Once, in a quiet American countryside, there lived a small bird who believed his tiny world was everything he would ever need. Every sunrise felt like a blessing, and every gentle breeze felt like God's promise of safety. The little bird sang every morning, believing that this single tree was his forever home. To him, this branch was comfort, this sky was enough, and this life felt perfectly planned. But sometimes, what feels permanent to us is only temporary in God's plan. One evening, the wind grew louder, and the sky slowly changed its color. The bird felt fear for the first time, unsure why peace was turning into chaos. Rain began to fall, heavy and cold, shaking the tree that once felt unbreakable. Thunder roared across the sky, and the branch beneath him started to crack. In one terrifying moment, the branch snapped, and the bird fell into the darkness below. He hit the ground hard, confused, shaking, and wondering what he did wrong. Pain filled his small body, but the pain in his heart felt even heavier. Why would God let this happen to me? The little bird wondered silently. Morning came, but nothing felt the same anymore. His home was gone, his comfort destroyed, and his heart felt completely lost. Hungry and weak, he tried to fly again, but fear held his wings back. He watched other birds flying high above, believing that kind of freedom wasn't meant for him. Deep inside, he felt small, forgotten, and far from God's care. Days passed, and slowly, without realizing it, his wings began to grow stronger. Pain was quietly turning into strength, even though the bird could not see it yet. One quiet evening, hunger pushed the little bird to try again, even though fear still lived inside his heart. This time, he didn't wait for comfort. He chose effort over fear. He jumped, flapped, and rose just a little higher than before. But gravity pulled him back down, reminding him, growth is never easy. This time, he didn't cry, and he didn't give up. Every fall was slowly teaching his wings what comfort never could. Days turned into lessons, and lessons turned into strength. The pain that once broke him was now building him. Fear still whispered, but belief started speaking louder. One morning, a strong wind returned, the same wind he once feared. This time, he didn't hide. He opened his wings wide. The wind lifted him higher than he had ever been before. Below him, the world he once clung to suddenly looked very small. Higher and higher he flew, carried by the very storm he once blamed. For the first time, he understood God never meant him to stay low. The broken branch was not rejection, it was redirection. What felt like loss was actually preparation for something greater. Tears filled his eyes, not from pain, but from understanding. God didn't take his home. He expanded his destiny. The sky was no longer a limit. It was an invitation. As he flew higher, the little bird felt lighter, as if fear was finally losing its grip. Every beat of his wings reminded him how far he had come from the ground below. The storm that once broke him had become the reason he could fly this high. He realized God never wastes pain. He uses it to prepare our wings. Below him were the fears, doubts, and limits he once believed in. Above him was a sky he never imagined he was allowed to reach. In that moment, the bird understood God's delays are not God's denials. What feels like a closed door is often a higher calling in disguise. If his branch had never broken, his wings would have stayed untested. Comfort kept him safe, but struggle taught him how to soar. And maybe your life feels broken right now, just like that branch once did. Maybe you're asking why God allowed the fall he never planned. But what if this fall is not punishment, but preparation? What if God is teaching your wings what comfort never could? Sometimes God removes what feels safe to give us something far greater. Your pain may be shaping you for a sky you haven't seen yet. Trust the process, even when you don't understand the path, because God's plan is always higher than our perspective. Your fall is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of your flight. When God closes one sky, trust Him, He's opening a better one for you.